Now I know what I'm feeling inside. Now it's my time. I'll do what I want, 'cause this is my life. Welcome back to my channel. Yeah, okay, this video right now, it is, Spider-Man versus Beastboy from, I'll probably just put the channel up on the screen right now. I'll probably put the channel on the screen right now. I think it's Flat Zone. I don't know why. I think it's Flat Zone. But anyways, yeah, this video, it was recorded like, I want to say 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. I totally forgot about it when I was making the other 2 videos. What was it? Dolan versus Spiderman, Dolan versus, what? Drew Pickles, and, what was it? Also, tonight's video, too, was Aku and, I still don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm just going to pull the character's name if I do not know them. I'm just going to put them on the screen right, well, anytime I don't know them. But anyways, Aku and that one woman, I can't remember her name, versus Spawn and Shane. So, yeah, I realized that, so I got to edit this out tonight. And it will come out this week. I'm not sure. Like, if I am finished editing, I'm sorry, guys, if the camera's so close, I didn't notice. Oh, okay. But anyways, yeah. Oh, girl, come on. Hey, get your foot stuck. Yeah, come on, let's go. But anyways, yeah, I realized that, like, last night? So, yeah, this video was made probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. I cannot remember. But I'm sorry for such a long delay. I'm so sorry about that, guys. But, yeah, let's get on with the video right now.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'll be reacting to something new actually, not Screw Attack, Death Bells, not Animation Reruns, Cartoon Fight Club. It's actually new actually. It's called Limit Break. Oh, also plus you can see it on the screen too. It's called Limit Break. I found this out. I wasn't really sure how long. I forgot about it. God damn it! What's the Okay, come on. You're working fine. Come on. There. Which is Limit Break, which is Spider-Man versus Beastboy. But if I have to pick, I want to say Spider-Man. Because the main reason of the spider sense. Also, if we are using Peter Parker. The fuck? But if we are using Peter Parker, I am siding with Spider-Man. But unless there's some other Spider-Man that I don't know of, I will side with Beast Boy. Because mainly, Peter Parker's spider sense is astronomical. Because one, it literally warns him of where, like, mainly what's happening. Like, say, if a random attack coming, spider sense. If someone trying to do something random, spider sense. If something weird happening, spider sense. And also, even so, Spider-Man is much more smarter than Beast Boy. For, like, literally, he is so much smarter than Beast Boy, Peter Parker. And strength, like, I just feel like Peter Parker will win. A good majority, probably Beast Boy will have some advantages as well. For example, probably mobility, because with a snake form. But anyways, let's get into this fight right now. It's just so low. Oh, okay, that's it. Okay.
Animals. We all like them, right? Some have tails, fur, scales. You get the deal. As well as being our pilot episode, today's clash is between 2 titans from the animal kingdom. The wall crawler known as Spider-Man is going head-to-head with the pizza-loving king of the animal kingdom, Beast Boy. Yeah. I'm your host, Joe.
And I'm the co-host, Brew. We've taken an in-depth look at these competitors to find out who would win in a battle. So without further ado, let's get on with the episode.
Like many superheroes, Peter Parker was orphaned as a child when his parents Richard and Mary Parker were killed in a plane crash. Kind of. The story's been changed a lot. They died, they also didn't die, but they actually parachuted out of the plane they were in. The Red Skull was involved, but it wasn't the real Red Skull, so they're alive? No, that they were AI robots trying to find out who Spider-Man was. Wonderful. So, in the end, he ended up being raised by his Aunt May and his Uncle Ben. When Peter attended a radiology science exhibit at the age of 15, he was bitten by a radioactive spider, which granted him a number of powers, such as his signature spider sense, the ability to climb and stick to walls like a spider, as well as the strength and agility equal to a spider. If that isn't the weirdest yet kinda coolest thing you've heard this week, I really don't know what is.
The spider was magical as well. It was a magical radioactive spider.
Yeah, you're kind of right, actually. Peter was destined through mystic powers to be bitten by the spider, which granted him his spider powers through science, but still, it's kind of magical, so, you know, anyway, moving swiftly on.
Hey, screw magic, it's science!
Peter decided to make the most of his powers and
it's science, goddammit!
A man named Crusher Hogan. Now, obviously, through protagonist powers, Peter won, and gained a lot of attention from the media.
Yeah.
And when he was done for the day, Peter noticed a burglar run by him, but did nothing to stop him. At the end of the day, it wasn't his problem. When Peter returned home, he found that someone had shot and killed his Uncle Ben. Spider-Man tracked the person down and found them in an old warehouse. Peter confronted the guy only to find out that it was the burglar who he had let pass him. Full of guilt, he had then realised that with great power comes great responsibility, just as his Uncle Ben. Of course,
that's a famous phase of Spider-Man.
To help his aunt with money and finances, Peter landed a freelance job at the Daily Bugle, selling pictures of himself as Spider-Man to the newspaper's publisher, J. Jonah Jameson. No matter how many heroic things Peter did as Spider-Man, Jameson always painted him as a menace who was a danger to the public.
God damn.
Even after he saved Jameson's son from a malfunctioning space capsule.
That's fucking stupid.
Yes, his son is an astronaut. That's pretty cool too, but that's besides the point. Let's move on. Since then, Spider-Man has done many things, like join the Avengers, serve alongside the Fantastic Four, become one of the most respected, intelligent minds in the Marvel Universe, create his own multinational company, save countless people, and stop many, many villains.
You missed out the part where he killed Mary Jane with his radioactive semen.
We don't talk about that, Britt. Origins aside, Spider-Man has a number of abilities, weapons, and feats for me to go through, starting with his signature web shooters. Spider-Man's web shooters give Peter a number of different tools for battle and, well, you know, general use. Spider-Man's web shooters can function wonderfully as both offensive and defensive options, as seen through his web shields and creative ways of knocking bad guys around.
Yeah, the web balls,
Spider-Man also has a number of specialised web fluid counters which he switches into. Though most the more situational, they do get use. Now, to name a few, he has ice webbing, acid webbing, magnetic webbing, taser webbing, and a lot more for certain situations. As you can probably tell, most of Spider-Man's arsenal is non-lethal. This is because of his morals. Peter has killed before, but this is often a rare occurrence, either in an alternate universe or just by complete accident.
Yeah.
As previously mentioned in the Origins, alongside his strength and speed from the spider, he also gained Spider Sense. Spider Sense gives Peter a psychological awareness of his surroundings, allowing him to quite literally sense danger. When something dangerous is about to happen, Peter gets a tingling sensation at the base of his skull, allowing him to react to it. The Spider Sense has allowed him to do crazy things like dodging gunfire from automatic weapons, navigating minefields, catching bullets, kind of, and dodging invisible attacks, and a lot more. However, sometimes the sense doesn't work. Spider-Man cannot use his Spider Sense on Venom, as Venom's symbiote has previously attached to Spider-Man and learned how his Spider Sense functions. Other villains have found ways to nullify or even temporarily remove Spider Sense, though if that does happen, Spider-Man has compensation for it. This is called the Way of the Spider. Way of the Spider is a mix of Peter's usual combat style and Shang-Chi martial arts. After creating this style, once he regained his Spider Sense, he continued to use Way of the Spider with his Spider Sense, essentially improving the fighting style entirely. Another thing Spider-Man has going for him is his intelligence. I did mention this before, but let me expand on some of the stuff he's done with his brain power. He managed to get into a missile system and redirect it elsewhere, whilst holding onto it.
Damn.
He also created an explosive 15 times stronger than TNT from 3 items, and also created a solution that can melt gold but will not harm human skin. I guess he really is an amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man is an incredibly athletic, intelligent, heroic, and outright hilarious superhero capable
Hell
of doing
yeah, he
impressive
is.
things, such as breaking open a 1-inch thick steel door, catching an armoured car, and broke a window that could only be broken by the force equal to a mortar shell in 6 punches. Though, Spider-Man really isn't who he appears to be. Hiding behind his wisecracking, jolly personality is a lonely teenager with a wounded soul who is quick to feel guilty if he feels he's failed at his job. Most importantly, though, Peter has been shown to be a very strong-willed individual, one that no matter what the circumstance will rise up to the challenge. This never-give-up attitude has helped him do a number of things, like jumping through a truck's window to save the driver from crashing, and supporting a landing jet that was £70,000 low on fuel. If the jet was full of fuel, which it most likely would be, the jet would weigh £100,000 to £110,000 without taking the thrust into consideration. But he's not invincible.
Oh
His
shit.
spider sense gives him an edge with dodging, coupled with his spider agility, but he has had this sense removed completely by certain opponents and has been caught and hit many times by arguably slower opponents, such as the Hulk, Kingpin, and a Punisher villain named the Russian.
He lost the fight
Wait,
against
what the
Bob from
fuck?
Fight Club?
I see the resemblance, but no, not Bob.
Meatloaf?
No, not Meatloaf, the Russian. For context, he got knocked unconscious by the Russian, and Punisher used Spider-Man's body as a shield, then proceeded to use his
What?
web shooters to kill the Russian.
The Punisher is awesome. Let's do him instead.
He is awesome, but this is about Spider-Man.
Damn it.
True. But did Spider-Man fight in Vietnam?
No, he didn't fight in Vietnam.
Fuck.
Hurry up, it's your turn.
Before there was Beastboy,
Alright.
there was Garfield Logan. Now, Garfield was a normal kid born to Mark and Marie Logan, and he had a fairly normal childhood. That was until his parents took him to West Africa. There, Mark and Marie were researching genetic codes, so they could master reverse evolution.
Reverse evolution?
For those confused, reverse evolution is like taking a normal lizard, going back into its genetics, and then turning it into a T-Rex.
Ah, that makes perfect sense.
How is that reverse?
Mark did eventually correct the code
How
for
is that
reverse
reverse?
evolution, but right when Mark achieves
I
this,
thought you guys
Marie
meant like
informs
take
him
a
that
blizzard and
Garfield's
put it like
Now, Mark
and then
realizes
back
that
into
Garfield
like
is
an
not just
egg or
sick with
whatever
any
it
old
came
illness, but with Secudia, which is a fever related to malaria with no known cure and 0 cases of human survival. Knowing that there were no cases of human survival, Mark looked elsewhere, ultimately bringing him to the African green monkey. This species of monkey was immune to Secudia, and,
What's the cootie?
well, they also happen to be all green.
The African
Damn
green
it!
monkey isn't green.
What are you talking about?
The monkey isn't green. I wish I could tell you why it's called the green monkey, because its fur is golden, but this is a green monkey, and it's native to West Africa.
Oh, I think my green monkey is one that DC made up and not actually the real one.
Yeah, that probably sounds right.
Well, after Mark
I just
makes
did all that
the
for no-
realization
he
that
did
the
all
green
that for
monkey
no
was
reason.
immune to
God damn it.
Secudia, he makes the completely rational decision to mess with Garfield's genetics and use the code for reverse evolution to turn him into a green monkey. Mark and Marie leave Garfield as a green monkey for 24 hours so that he can fight the disease. And surprisingly, it works. Garfield beats the disease, but
They turned him green.
as green as a bean, even though Garfield was green, everything was going well for him. And it would seem that
He's
he
a
would have a normal
goddamn
life.
monkey
But this
without a
was all
tail.
going to change when Garfield was
With fire.
outside with his mother one day, and a black mamba showed up. Take note, kids. The outside world is bad, especially when you're green.
Did you say it was a black mamba?
Yes.
Oh, come
What
on.
is the problem this time?
Black mambas aren't native to West Africa.
Okay,
This
Mr.
is
Animal
more what we're
Expert.
talking about.
Once
It's
the
not going to make no
non-native,
sense.
probably imported black mamba showed up, Garfield's mom told him to run. But instead,
But Mama
Garfield thought
is
of the
kill-
snake's
It'll
deadliest
kill
enemy,
me. Yeah.
the mongoose. Soon after thinking of the animal, Garfield turned into one very ugly, very horrifying mongoose, and he fought and defeated the
Cringe.
snake. From then on, Garfield discovered that when he thought about any animal, he would turn into that animal. Pretty simple, huh? After this incident, instead of being freaked out about
That would
his
be more
newfound powers,
complicated.
Garfield's parents were amazed and thought of the advancements that this could bring for humanity. But Mark and Marie also knew the danger that this would bring to Garfield if anyone ever found out.
True.
So they told Garfield that
Oh,
he
yeah,
needed to
because
keep his new
they
powers
could be like,
hidden.
oh, yeah,
Garfield
free,
agreed, and
and
he
then
and his
he'll
family
probably feel
remained in
bad
West
on
Africa
stuff.
into the rainy season. Unfortunately, because of this choice, their fates were sealed. One day, a heavy amount of rain led to flooding, which washed away their camp, causing Garfield and his parents to try and escape the flood by boat. But the currents ended up sweeping the boat toward a waterfall. But before the boat went over the waterfall, Garfield's parents told him not to waste his life, told him to turn into a bird so that he could fly off and live. Garfield turned into a bird and flew off, but not before watching his parents go over the waterfall and die.
Traumatizing.
You're not wrong. Once Garfield made it back to civilization, he was handed over to Nicholas Galtrey, his new guardian. Galtrey was unfortunately only in it for the money that Mark and Marie had left Garfield. Galtrey would control the money until Garfield was of age, but Galtrey had plans of his own. Galtrey was stealing from Garfield, and when Galtrey was questioned by Garfield about the money, Galtrey decided to hire a hitman to kill him. However, things began to change for the better when Garfield broke into Doom Patrol headquarters.
Wait,
Gold digger.
things got better for him when he broke into somebody else's property.
I don't think DC's main goal was setting a good example for kids.
No.
The Doom Patrol confronted Garfield, asking him what he was doing in their headquarters. This is when Garfield requested to join the Doom Patrol as the teenage animal shapeshifter known as Beastboy. He was rejected, purely because he needed the permission of his guardian to be able to join the Doom Patrol. And since Galtrey didn't know Garfield was Beast Boy, that wasn't going to happen. But this didn't stop Beast Boy from accompanying the Doom Patrol on many missions. And luckily for Garfield, Galtrey would eventually lose his guardianship role after a court case against Rita Farr and Steve Dayton, also known as Elastigirl and Minto, who would go on to adopt Garfield. After all this, Beast Boy would join the Doom Patrol, and later on he would join many more groups, such as the Teen Titans, the Titans West, the Titans, and the New Young Justice, even changing his name to the Changeling for a short period of time. Now, Beast Boy is very versatile. He's capable of turning...
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. It's actually later in the day that I'm starting this video. Like, for example, I'll show you. It's like almost 3 o'clock. It's legit almost 3 o'clock, and I was doing when I first started recording. It was like around like 10 something. I think like 10:30, I believe, or somewhere around. Okay, let's just say 10:20. Yeah, it was just I just forgot about it until now. So I just decided, oh yeah, might as well get it over with. I will try my best to actually minimize my cussing, and if I do cuss, I will try to say it as low as possible without no one hearing. But without further ado, guys, let's get back into this right now.
Even changing his name to the Changeling for
Go to do this. Alright, let's go.
a short period of time. Now, Beast Boy is very versatile. He's capable of turning into any animal faster than the normal human eye can see, even those that are extinct, such as dinosaurs, all of which are stronger than their regular animal forms. He can even turn into creatures of mythology, such as the mighty phoenix. Beast Boy can also turn into swarms of insects, ranging from wasps, bees, etc., as well as barnacles, which he can use to weigh down things in the sea. And he can also control the barnacle's growth. And speaking of growth, Beast Boy can also manipulate the size of the animals that he changes into, such as making a lobster giant. Beast Boy is not just limited to animals, though, as he can change into certain humanoid species, such as the Gordians. The Gordians are humanoid reptilian aliens that took over Starfire's home world. Other than being able to turn to other humanoid species, Beast Boy can also turn to things that are naked to the human eye, such as microbes. As a microbe, Beast Boy could be able to infect someone by entering their body, and after that, there's no telling what he could do. But there's one really big problem with this. Microbes cannot move on their own. So to be able to move to the target, a strong enough gust of wind would have to carry him to the target, or he would have to be on his target when he transforms into a microbe. But Beast Boy is most dangerous if you manage to push his anger far enough. And if you're unlucky enough to push Beast Boy to these lengths, you should know that he's able to turn into monsters that have never even existed. And in this state, he loses all control over himself, and his power in the states becomes incredibly hard to measure, as these creatures are, one, often completely fictional, and two, they don't appear enough to measure their strengths or abilities. Beast Boy's fighting method is reliant on speed and power, such as turning into a monkey, jumping into the air, and then turning into a whale. He also uses his flying forms to do the same tactic. Beast Boy's fighting style is very simple, but yet because of its simplicity, it works very well with his powers, as his opponents can find it hard to read him due to the amount of animals that he can turn into, giving him an edge against opponents through unpredictability. And when that doesn't work, he can do what he does best, and rely on his brute strength. Beast Boy's strength speaks for itself loud and clear. When a cruise ship was coming at Titan Tower, Beast Boy as a T-Rex was able to catch the ship and hold it. A ship this size would weigh over 20,000 tons. He's gone up against the likes of Zookeeper, who basically has the exact same powers as Beast Boy, and beat him, proving himself as the superior shapeshifter. Beast Boy has also managed to turn into Hanuman. Before anyone starts googling Hanuman, he is better known as the Monkey King, and he is a demigod in the Hindu religion. Strength is not the only thing that Beast Boy has. He also has a lot of speed, as when he is a hummingbird, he is fast enough to dodge bullets, and as a mouse, he has dodged multiple lightning bolts. Keep in mind, lightning travels at around 750 miles per hour, and he dodged multiple bolts. Beast Boy is not perfect in any way, and he has a number of faults. Beast Boy's happy-go-lucky attitude is very impressive considering his background, but underneath, when we look at his tragic past, there's no telling what would happen to Beast Boy if you managed to bring it up right in front of him. There's a great possibility that he would just metaphorically, or maybe even literally, go into a shell and ignore what's going on around him. Beast Boy also has a problem with being headstrong and rushing into situations, trying to use brute force to solve the problem instead of thinking it through and coming up with a plan. This would normally not be a problem for Beast Boy because Beast Boy is more of a team player, preferring to work with people instead of alone. So he would have teammates to help him prevent himself from making moves like this, but alone he will more likely go in all guns blazing. A great example would be when Beast Boy charged and attacked the Wild, instead of taking any time to think of a plan. But Beast Boy's biggest problem would have to be his stamina. Now, don't get me wrong, Beast Boy does have superhuman levels of stamina, but because of all the actions he has to perform with his combat style, which all happen fairly fast, it is more likely that Beast Boy will fall before his enemy does. Also, if hit hard enough, Beast Boy will be taken out of his animal form and revert back to his human form.
Now that we've analysed our fighters, it's time for them to go head to head. Let's push their limits.
I like that phrase. Oh my gosh. Really? Pizza? Pizza.
Another mutant, huh? What did you get bit by?
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. But thanks for the pizza, though.
That's what I'm here for. I guess it sounds stupid, but I kind of need my lunch back. So if you'd like to, return it.
Finders keepers.
If you did find it, I couldn't argue with you. But a bird also known as you just came and nabbed it from me.
Come on, dude. It's my pizza. Let's just agree on that.
I'm not agreeing on it. You can pay me for it or give it back.
You want to fight for it? The strongest person keeps the pizza.
I'm not sure I like that idea. It's a school night, so...
Limit break! Fight!
A dog. Joey's a Spiderman. Joey, you can. I'm lost. Blue horse.
This is not your day, pal.
Oh my gosh, pterodactyl. You know what? It would be funny if they actually changed that pterodactyl into Aerodactyl in the Pokemon. God damn.
Oh no, this is gonna go down on my record.
Damn it, get out!
Sorry, not leaving my contact details for a good reason. I'm sure Mr. Stark will clean this one up. Enjoy the pizza. You earned it.
What? You didn't even take the pizza? Really?
The winner of this fight is Spiderman. This battle was a lot closer than we initially thought.
That's right. These two fighters are quite close in most categories. Beast Boy had a slight edge in strength and movement speed through his various animal forms.
Though Beast Boy is very versatile, Spider-Man's Spider Sense gives him a huge edge hand in hand with his crazy stamina.
Unfortunately for Beast Boy, Spider-Man is a very intelligent, tricky opponent who is fully capable of giving Garfield a runaround for a long, long time.
That part is his downfall. Beast Boy's stamina is iffy at best.
During Beast Boy's fight with Zookeeper, his metabolism got messed up bad. Though his stamina is still superhuman level, it is weaker than your average hero. And when you compare that to Spider-Man's, It's not putting the odds in Beastboy's favor.
Another factor that contributed to our conclusion was Beast Boy's more powerful, scary forms, like the big anti-dragon monster or whatever it's called. They only come out when he's enraged for a good reason. Peter would not be capable of doing this whilst in character. One, because Peter had no prior knowledge of his rough past, and two, he isn't the type of person to bring up horrible memories in an attempt to anger an enemy, or even kill people
I don't
like
think
the dragon
he
did.
likes
The
to
worst thing
anger his
Peter would
opponent.
do to Garfield mentally is pun him to death. The winner of this clash is Spiderman.
Hey there, thanks for watching Limit
Damn it,
Break.
I had a pun.
If you liked what you saw, stay tuned for next month's fight and come back next week for our No Research Showdown airing on the 6th of September. The next two opponents will be shown now. We're also looking for writers and other team members, so check the description for more information.
My ears. Bubsy versus Gax. It's gonna.
I've been waiting to settle this score since night.
Buzzy, I have seen someone use Buzzy before, but I'm not gonna decide on who is gonna win. I'm just gonna wait for the next month so I can react to this, because I got no idea. I can look back into it. I believe it was one Fish Mom who did Bubsy versus Big. I think. Not sure. I will probably put it on screen right now if I did or didn't right now. But anyways, yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, plus sorry guys if I did pause. Normally I like to cuss out and yell, but since my brothers, my mom, and my dad are in the house, I can't really do that. Because, yeah, plus even so, I do not like censoring because that's even more a pain in the ass. Because mainly just posting a video, like putting some little things in it, be like, okay, I'd be like, oh yeah, just put some little things in it, try to make it look funny, try to make it make more sense of what I'm doing, but then with the whole censoring thing, because like if I do say fuck like this, then I have to be like beep, which that will be the pain in the ass to do. And guys, come on guys, we're at 190 subs. Let's try at least to get 200 before my birthday. And my birthday is October 9th. So if we can do that before my birthday, that will be great. Plus, even though I do have a few ideas of what should I do for 200. So, yes. Guys, come on. Come on, guys. Just 10 more subscribers. Subscribe. Come on. Please point that like button, phone, computer, tablet, wherever you to watch this video, point to the screen. Seriously, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what do you want me to react to, and I will do it when we get a chance. And I have a few videos coming up pretty soon. Not sure if it's going to be in this month or next month. You guys will see soon. But without further ado, guys, peace out.